Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Woburn High School here on a beautiful Friday night on the Battle of Winn Street between the Burlington Red Devils and the Woburn Tanners. I'm your commentator, Nick Buongiorno. Tonight in the absence of Joe Viscioni, we have Matt DiMarzio and his mom and Josh Coughlin back on camera. How we doing tonight, Matt?
Very well.
It's good to finally be back on Red Devils football after a long absence. Really, last year did not go well for the Red Devils, Matt. When we saw them, they got blown out almost every game. Last game, obviously, they got put into a lower division, and Mr. McKay seems to have made a lot of progress for the club. There's not a lot of players that left. So, involving last week, they actually had a lot of points. Gave us some points, but lots of points, including Jake Doherty going off for an unbelievable game of 425 yards. Most in Red Devils history, unbelievable. So, Matt, what do you think tonight the Red Devils need to do to win?
Well, they got to continue their, just like last week, continue. They did allow 30 points last week, and they did put up 40 points, which is quite amazing. That offense is obviously it's better than last year.
Exactly.
100% better start than last year. And they're looking to continue it here tonight, here at Woburn.
Exactly. Thank you, Matt, for that. And on the first kick of the game, they're probably the Woburn Tanners, who got destroyed last week. Their own one. Burlington definitely the favorite here tonight on the road. And we're going to see Kyle Pena come out. Didn't get a lot of action last week. A lot of the running the ball, obviously, with Jake Doherty. Didn't need to pass too much. Maybe the Woburn Tanners looked at that game film, lowered the box a little bit now, and try and get Kyle Pena to win the game as opposed to Jake Doherty. Although they got big linemen up there, it's going to make it very tough, like John Magada, and among others. Here's the first play from scrimmage, and they put two receivers to his right. Kyle Pena operating the offense. It's one-on-one out there. Kyle Pena is going to hand it off immediately. Jake Doherty stuffed. Jake Doherty nowhere to go, and he is sacked on the first play of the game.
Good
job by the Woburn Tanners right there. Not allowing him to break out the gates, because once he gets going, it's hard to stop him. But if you don't let him get momentum, maybe he will never get momentum. So here comes Burlington on second down and 13. As Woburn's cheerleaders try and fire up the crowd here. Beautiful night. Kyle Pena, maybe he's going to take the snap. Yes, he will. He does a screen pass and nice blocking. Beautiful blocking indeed, and it's going to get yardage back and will set up a much more manageable third down. Kyle Pena makes a nice throw there to his wide receiver. I'll tell who it was from this angle. So third down 4 would be great for Woburn's confidence and defense to immediately get a stop out of the gates. Here comes Pena. Kyle Pena handing off, fumbled the ball, and that is going to be a forward down. It's 3 and out immediately, only a minute 30 seconds into the game. Good start for the Woburn Tanners defense here, and they are going to get the ball back for the first time tonight. Excuse me.
That's the first hiccup of the game for Burlington, but it's early. They have plenty of time. It's just it's only 2 minutes in the game. That they, plenty of time left against a team that just not doing very well, and see if they capitalize on it.
All right. Meanwhile, Cam Wheelock, who had a lot of action last year, unsurprisingly, definitely was probably enjoying his time not kicking the ball last week, unless it was kicking it through the uprights after a touchdown was scored. As he does a punt there, maybe not his best punt. It was only about 30 yards or so. It sets Woburn up with good field position. We're going to see their offense take the field. See who the quarterback of Woburn is here. And the quarterback is number 12, Ryan Quayle. Looking to make an impact and take advantage of the defense's momentum build. An immediate nice big hole right there, gets 5 yards. Good. Pushing through over John Magada and opening up that hole. Second down and I believe 5.
Good stop there by Burlington.
Yeah, they did a good job stopping it after the initial holes built. You'd think that after all that space he had, he could have broke it more. Only 5 yards. Still good for Woburn, but Burlington definitely doing a good job on that defensive play to just stop the tackle, and they stuff him here. It's going to be third down for no gain, as I believe that is number 7, Jake McCauley on the tackle.
That was a great play by Burlington. Way to hold off Woburn there, and
third down and 4. It's a big third down right here for Burlington's defense and their confidence as well. They let up 30 points, as Matt said last weekend. That's not what you want to do. Even if you score 40 points, you're not going to be able to put that many points up on the board unless your running backs and quarterback have an unbelievable game together, running-wise and play-action passing-wise. Third down here. Burlington puts 4 men on the rush, and they don't pass. They do a toss, and the toss is going to be good for Woburn Tanner's first down for no flags on the play, I believe, and that is good. So the first down of the game comes with 3 minutes, 30 seconds gone. Woburn marching up the field, and we're at the halfway line right now. A lot of work to do against a defense of Burlington that played at times good, but obviously 31 points, that's the place you want to limit the damage. Oh, they're going to try and cause him to fumble the ball. And I believe that it was held on to by Woburn, so it'll be second down. As some fans here in Woburn are going absolutely crazy.
Yeah, they're going crazy.
Yeah, their team, they're feeling it tonight. Friday Night Lights, always great to come out. Ryan Quayle on second down and 8, setting up the offense. The senior, the captain, trying to lead his team to a victory here tonight. Getting 1-1, hopefully, and maybe pushing Burlington back to 1-1 as well after their 1-0 start. Referee is getting everything in play, and the coordinator and quarterback's coach is giving a little pep talk to Quayle right now. Don't know what the sign is here, what they're calling. Long, awful time for them to get set for this second down. 6:19 remaining in the first quarter. Sending number 84 into the game is Woburn Tanners. Bigger man than what they sent out. Maybe going for some kind of run. Got one receiver split out, and they're probably not going to hand it off to him. They don't. Number 10 instead, trying to get blocks, can't get too much, and it will be a third down and relatively long, 3rd and 7, I believe.
A lot of running plays so far. Not a whole lot of passing.
No, definitely. Yeah, funny because in football at the high school level, Matt, they usually don't pass. They don't usually pass too much. They rely on the run and the strength of their blockers and offensive linemen to get the job done. Meanwhile, play action pass. We are going to see a pass, and the pass is caught, I believe, short of a first down. But they'll go for it in high school football, and that is good enough for a first down, they say. So Woburn moving the chains for the second straight time on third down. Very slow pace right now. Last week we had a lot. Joe and I the ball seemed to be stopping a lot. The Ashton used seemed to be halting. and the clock would stop all the time, so the game went by relatively slow. But this game already feels like it's been 6 minutes gone right now in the first quarter. Oh, a flea flicker. Flea flicker down the field for number 84. Not a chance. Intercepted. What a play by Burlington. Signs to the crowd. They're not done. They're going to run it back. I don't know who got the interception. That is number 1. Guess who that is? Jake Doherty.
Awesome job, Burlington.
Jake Doherty's unbelievable in these first 2 weeks here. Really doing what he needs to do. And a horrible play, a horrible flea flicker. That never was going to work. A flea flicker into triple coverage. Ball was underthrown heavily. The wide receiver overran it. Jake Doherty said, thank you very much. I'll take that, and we'll take the ball back to our offense. And now they're going to try and get something after they were held to a 3-and-out or on the first drive. Now Kyle Pena. Play action. Down the field, wide open. Oh, he missed him. How couldn't that happen? He had a wide open player streaking down the field, and Pena couldn't hit him.
It was
that
close.
Ball had, exactly, Matt, it was very close. That ball needed a bit more air underneath it. Just allow the receiver to get there in time. He overthrew it a bit, not as high in the air as he wanted. More line, vertical. Unfortunately, what a missed opportunity for the Devils. That should be 7 points up on the board. I can't miss them like that, especially in a running game. You want to make sure that when you do pass that it really matters. And right there, Kyle Pena could not deliver on a man with a beautiful double move. Now they're going to go back to I believe that's Doherty. And they're going back. Doherty, and he's got a first down. Nice running there on the blocks. Jake Doherty picks it up, and no, I don't believe there's any flags. So maybe spoke too soon. There's a flag, I believe, in the backfield. I think this is coming back. Might be a hold on Burlington.
First flag of the game. And looks like it's against the Burlington.
Red Devils, one thing they really wanted to solidify was the penalties. They wanted to solidify those penalties, excuse us. And they have not done a great job already right now with the penalty early on in the game. That prevents them from a perfectly good run. It was an unnecessary penalty. Jake Doherty, with his speed and agility, probably would get away anyway with other big men blocking. And last week, a ton. I don't know the exact number. It was in the teens. Burlington had many penalties, and I don't know if that's a false start. It might be either offside or a false start. And if it's a false start, Dan McKay is going to pull his hair out. What we were just talking about, where you can't take these penalties at the line. And they're pushing him back. Oh, no. False start on Burlington. Again, as we were just talking, penalties, pulling you back in a game that is heavily dependent on you being able to run. And now they're going to highly defend the pass. You see, they're not putting as many people in the box. It might trick them into doing that. And they're going to Burlington, no matter how many wide receivers they split out, it's definitely tough, especially Pena. Made some growth, but he's in his second year, and he definitely has some faults in him still that Woburn can take advantage of. Missed a wide open touchdown pass to start this game. Kyle Pena, though, trying to look past that. He takes it in shotgun. Kyle Pena, now he has a man open. That's beautiful. And a nice move by O'Halloran. O'Halloran has many people streaking in behind him, and he holds on firmly to that ball. Gets him out of a tight spot on the penalties. It's first down. Burlington then streaking at the 30-yard line towards Woburn Tanner's end zone.
Good play by Burlington. Way to gain some good yardage, get down the line, and have yourself a chance to tackle on some points, touchdown or field goal. But they're in that field goal range, close to that.
I would say, as I think you're thinking about as the Jake Doherty against takes the run, what's new. In high school football, the kickers don't have the highest abilities. They can only kick about, I would say, 30 yards about. Not anything more than that. Their legs are just not strong enough. They don't have the proper techniques that the kickers who've been training their whole life do in the weight room. Obviously, even though Cambios is a great kicker, Yeah, if this was Tom Brady out on the field right now and this was Steven Gostkowski kicking, I think that, you could definitely say it's a sure make. But yes, it's high school, and you're going to go for four down territory in other people's zones, and Burlington definitely doesn't want to get to that. They want to just pick up first downs and get the touchdown. Meanwhile, Jake Doherty takes it up there again. He might be short of the third down marker. I mean, the first down marker, so it'll be third down. And Woburn definitely need to stop, I would say, here. Their crowd cheerleaders are trying to fire them up, trying to get their defense to make that crucial play, that interception, that knockdown pass. Just people, maybe a sack, a strip sack, anything that can happen. Kyle Pena has two receivers lined up to his right. He's got Jake Doherty in the backfield. It's four down territory, really, in high school, so they're probably going to give it to him. Yes, they do. Holes open up. Jake Doherty easily in there. First down, Devils, and we keep on going with 3:15 to go in the first.
It's a good game so far. Burlington.
Last time he came to this field was back in sophomore year. Burlington was down big with Dylan Bonfilio, and they almost made the comeback. It was a 8-point loss at the end of the day. Burlington trying to avoid that here. This time, nope, he's going to get it. He's not going to miss that man wide open twice. And Ryan O'Halloran's got his first touchdown of the 2018 Burlington Red Devils football season. Blown coverage, wide out to the right. O'Halloran makes the play, and a little nice blob pass, not overthrown. There you go. 6-0 Devils. Shuts the crowd up here momentarily.
Good play by Burlington. They score first. They're going to...
Yeah, score first is a big advantage. You have the momentum, and Cam Wheelock drills it through the uprights. So 7-0.
Burlington.
Matt, what do you think about on that first drive? It was a nice mixture of everything they got. They incorporated play action, straight up shotgun when they thought that they might have handed it off.
Yeah,
just really misdirection plays, and Woburn Tanners could not handle it on the defensive end. What do you think Burlington needs to do now on defense that they can do better? Unlike an unlucky interception, which was thrown by the quarterback last time. They need to batten down the hatches and really stay with their men. I've seen some men, they were running a little bit free. What do you think?
Definitely. Well, the defense so far has been pretty good. They obviously so far right now up 7-0. I think that definitely the watch for penalties. For they have to just continue with what they're doing. They've so far have not made any mistakes so far. They've not nothing made they've been able to capitalize on their mistakes. They've kind of retaliate. It kind of like it didn't affect the outcome of that drive. So they were able to get over that hump, get over that those penalties.
Exactly. Meanwhile, a squib kick by Cam Wheelock, fielded. And a nice return, getting past a couple of Burlington's players on the blocks by Woburn Tanner's big men, and gets them up to midfield. Great play. Burlington definitely with Cam Wheelock's onside kicks and squib kicks last week doomed the Bedford Buccaneers in their loss. Tons of special teams mishaps, interceptions, and especially our favorite, Des Bryant's favorite, dropping passes and fumbling. So we're going to see if Burlington's cleaned up their act. They definitely need to stop the penalties. They've had two already. Nevertheless, they have a 7-0 lead here, and Ryan Quayle leads his team onto the field. Again, got 2 first downs the last drive, but then were halted. Trying to prevent that here. Maybe they'll go for some runs. Didn't have as much of that last time. Ryan Quayle going to hand it off. Burlington does a nice job of limiting the damage right there to only 4 yards to pick up. With 2 minutes, 30 seconds remaining in the first quarter. The lights, obviously, summer's coming to an end. Don't worry, mind kids, but as my fellow cameraman Josh over here is not the happiest about that. Neither am I. No one is. So the sun goes down a little bit later, but it does give us a chance in fall to see these beautiful September, October nights. Number 12, Ryan Gailey hands it off to a running back again. Short pickup. No, thought it might have come off for a second, but didn't, and it'll be third down. As he stands by me right now, Josh, what do you think about the first half?
Yeah, very good.
Thanks for your input, man. Yeah, it's good. It was good, and I agree that first half has been very good. Once again, they're probably going to run it, trying to overpower the defensive line. They got big men up there, and they come close, and I believe they have enough yards for the first down. Nice play right there, opening up a huge gap, and that moves the chains for the third time of the game for the Woburn Tanners offense.
About a minute left here in the first quarter. Burlington up 7-0, looking pretty good. A win looks promising, hopefully. But it's still early. But
I hope with going 1-9 last season, yeah, we want to see some wins. Mr. McKay looks like he shifted around the offense. As I said before in the pregame, lots of players have still remained here. It's always a huge bonus because when you lose like all the seniors on your roster, especially when they lead you to like a playoff run, it doesn't feel very good.
Right, it's good to have some
depth,
some veteran players.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you know,
just to get some leadership, get some confidence in the locker room,
exactly.
for them to be able to go out and win the game. 25 seconds remaining here. Ryan Coyley. He's got two men out to his left. Receiver running back in motion. He takes it himself, looking to throw. He's all over, and he does get it out for a good gain at the end of the day, which he could have been sacked. He got it out quickly enough, as that will be out of bounds, so the clock stops. 11.1 seconds. Woburn's crowd are trying to fire their team up right now. They have a lot of people here tonight, all wearing their black and orange. Ryan Quayle, two running backs on either side. Play action immediately challenged by number 77, and the pass is beautifully broken up there. I believe. See who it is. Oh, okay. Well, it was number 77 on Burlington, who I believe is Andrew Woods, the veteran Andrew Woods, busting through there and forcing an immediate throw that could have been intercepted. It was actually a very good throw for under pressure. It gave his receiver a chance. It was battle for the ball, and the Burlington's player won it near the end zone. So we play on 4th down and 5. It's a big play for Burlington and Woburn. Pressure, Burlington really doing a good job with that. Pass to the sideline, not a chance. Coverage all over, incomplete. Burlington takes over on downs with 0 seconds remaining on the clock in the first quarter. We go to the second quarter with Burlington leading 7-0 on Ryan O'Halloran pass, touchdown pass from Kyle Pena. By the way, Kyle Pena's second touchdown pass of the year. He had one play action pass in the other game. Other than that, didn't have to do too much on that 48-point blowout. Jake Doherty did the rest. Didn't you know that's funny? Woburn has a mascot dressed up right now. It's kind of parading a bit. We don't have one of those in our town of Burlington. Woburn Tanners defense comes back onto the field, hoping they can get a stop. Only had one stop, and then on the other try, they looked like they were just not doing anything right, letting people run wide open the field twice, and Pena missed the first time, didn't on the second time. Obviously, the blocking, Burlington is really hard to block, very hard to defend that, as we know, but you still want to do better than what they did, giving up easy yards to Jake Doherty. Meanwhile, Kyle Pena comes out for his third series. Then McKay hoping that he's enthusiastic, his junior quarterback can make a great impression this season. And Ryan O'Halloran is decked. He's swung around on the legs immediately, taken down by number 4. And that was a great play by The Winn making it hard to read these. Number 4, Terrell Jones, reading that play beautifully and wrapping his legs up so he couldn't go anywhere. And it brings up only a loss of yardage. 2nd down and 11. They can definitely say that a turnover instead of just a stop would be, in this field position, would be gigantic for Woburn, to say the least, Matt.
Yes, it would be huge.
It'd be huge. Meanwhile, Kyle Pena takes a snap and shotgun. Nice throw. Nice catch by O'Halloran. Over 20 yards on the pickup. It's 1st down, Burlington. Beat his man right off the start. Pio Pena knew he was going to immediately. Ryan O'Halloran had a feeling he was going to him. Ran his route perfectly. Pio Pena lays a dime. And it goes right to the sideline where no one's going to intercept that. No one's going to knock it down. Just great throw and catch. Meanwhile, I believe that we have a timeout. Woburn takes the timeout. Maybe trying to rest their defense up a little bit here. They've been on the field for a bit. And just trying to maybe get a better game. Maybe trying to adjust to the game plan Burlington's throwing at them right now. After the timeout, Woburn Tanners hope to regroup. Just come up with a different formation right now, loading 2 people in the center of the box and 2 cornerbacks. And that run over there is nicely defended. Not too much on that. Try to go outside, nothing there. Try to go inside, and nothing there. Only a pickup of 2 yards. Kyle Pena maybe going to look to throw here. Maybe a play action pass and running the ball a lot. That's one beauty of Brian being able to run the ball a lot. As the Dallas Cowboys in 2016, even though they have ended up losing pretty bad to Green Bay. They did very good with that Ezekiel Elliott-Dak Prescott combination. Now it's another beautiful throw and it's dropped. No chance for the defender to intercept it. Not a chance for him to block it down. Another dime laid by Pena. And I believe Ryan O'Halloran might have dropped it. See if he is the guilty culprit. He is. He's dropped many passes recently in these first 2 weeks. Unfortunately for him, I mean, he has a touchdown pass tonight, the only points of the game. But you definitely want to add another touchdown there to make the score up by 2, and really deflate the Woburn Tanners a bit here in their pride. Ryan O'Halloran really got again behind his man, just couldn't make the catch, and unfortunate. A guy with such great genes in terms of sports, his brothers Pat and Shane O'Halloran, very good sports athletes at the school. Probably left a good mark enough to let Ryan O'Halloran onto that hockey team back in freshman year, while giving no one else the chance. Did pretty good with that opportunity. So Kyle Pena lines up with 2 receivers to the right, 2 receivers to the left, 1 running back in the backfield, and that's where he goes. When you have that many people out on your receiving core, you might want to throw it, but he goes with the run, and it's effective for a couple of yards. 3rd down and 5. Burlington, Dan McKay just ensuring to Kyle Pena, who ensures to his offense that they have the play right, that they want right on this 4th down and 5. Woburn looking for a stop. Lying pretty far off of O'Halloran. Doesn't matter because they went to the other player anyway who dropped the ball. Might be a flag. Saw O'Halloran pointing as if there was a flag down the field towards the Woburn Tanners. Maybe helmet to helmet. It's not allowed anymore for a bit now, and especially in the NFL. They're really trying to protect players' safety and not have these helmet collisions, which can cause people to have very bad neck or, obviously, most important, brain injuries. So 8:35 to go here. They do the same formation. 2 receivers to the left, more spread out. 2 receivers close up on the right. Here's Pena. He does throw, doesn't go to his man, Jake Doherty. He went to O'Halloran, and O'Halloran drew a flag. It's going to be a holding call, I believe, for a 1st down. Keep moving Burlington closer to that touchdown. That puts them all up by an important 2 scores in high school. Really long delays here. Timeouts all over the place, stoppage all over the place, flags. It's very slow compared to last week's game. I mean, excuse me. This is more like last week's game. As you said, complaining in the first half, that was a little bit fast. The clock is running now. We're very slow as in last game with penalties. And the timeouts where everyone's just trying to get their team in order after a bit of some lousy plays and and maybe a little bit of slow starts. Not anyone has really played great so far tonight. Burlington has a bit of an edge, obviously, with the lead and some better overall plays down the field, getting open, drawing more attention from the defenders individually. Now we're ready to go back on the field. And here's the run by Doherty. Doherty jumps over. A player is still going. All the way down inside the 5. Oh my goodness. Powerful, powerful. Very small man back when I was in middle school and elementary school. He's grown up. People grow, he's gone and growing in muscle. Powering and just jumping over those defenders. 1st down and goal for Burlington. On the verge of putting up another touchdown. Now Pena hands it off to Doherty. Doherty, yes sir! Touchdown Devils! 13-0 with 8:03 to go in the 2nd quarter. This crowd is stunned, and Burlington's fan section, whatever is over there, can cheer on.
Awesome job by Burlington. See what I mean? Their offensive streak is so far so good. So far, so good.
When
13 points.
When you put up as many points that they have in these 2 games, 40, it's a lot of points. And there's the kick is good.
And the kick is good. And
when you win a game 43-33, it's just a huge confidence booster on the offense. They already put up, I believe, 14 points. I'm sorry we did not get the kick. I think they might have, they made it. Cam Wheelock definitely playing good this season. They're probably going to squib kick and hope for a fumble. They've done that pretty well against the Bedford Buccaneers. Just get that ball back to Kyle Pena, then more than ever Jay Doherty. And as Joe Viscioni said last week, when this Burlington team's been its best is when they've had the offensive line dominant, defensive line pressuring the quarterback and stopping the run immediately, and being able to have that explosive running back, Shanae Gurrier, And people like that you remember back in the day. Sears. Yeah, I mean, Kyle Forrester, all these players who just made huge impacts. And they got Jake Doherty and they got Ryan Culhane also on the bench. You know, they're definitely valuable assets. As we got Cam Wheelock, number 5, 180 pounds, and he's in his senior year as well here in BHS, his second year of the kicker. Slash punter, and he's going to probably look to squib kick like he does. Burlington lines up, doesn't go offside. The squib kick fielded behind. It's tough to field when it's going behind you. Doesn't matter.
Oh, no.
Oh, so close. If he had to, he almost had him. Had 2 people to beat. Could not get past. Only a good thing that whoever tackled him did, because the only person to tackle him otherwise would be Cam Wheelock. In the backfield, hard for punters to tackle, especially after using a lot of the energy in that kick to kick down the field. So Woburn Tanners again start off in good field position. They have to capitalize. They can't go 3 and out. They can't lose on a 4th down. They have to put up points right here to get themselves back into this game. I would suggest play faking it. Maybe running, just maybe throw some misdirection. They've been very predictable in their formations early on. Here they come, Ryan Galley. And a nice handoff there is taken. And it's a fumble. Are they going to call him out of bounds, or did they call him down? What did they call him? Ryan Quayle handed it off. Everyone wasn't expecting a big play. It was a big play. And Burlington couldn't get the ball. That was fumbled before it went out of bounds, I believe. Really overpowering there. They're in good field position. They're at the 36-yard line of Burlington. Just punch this in. Ryan clearly motivated the offense. The cheerleaders on Woburn's side. The fan section, very nice fan section tonight. All looking for that. Now they have them lined up in a weird formation here. Almost like number 13 in motion. Hand it off to 13. Oh, and read beautifully. Not going anywhere there. They tried misdirection. They were going to try and seem as if he was going to not hand it out to the receiver in motion, number 13, who was Stephen Coccaduro, who's also a captain. And he immediately was not fooled by it, didn't go inside, and Burlington's key defender made the play. Now Quayle, 31, gets stuffed for only 1 yard back, and it's a long 3rd down and 10. Ryan Ludwig on the carry. .6:45 to go, and Woburn wants to pick up a 1st down. Don't want to waste another opportunity. Good field position to get the ball back to Burrow, and it's really, really powerful offense this year. Quayle has a running back behind him, doesn't go there, has him for blocks, and the pass is intercepted. What a Kareem play right there. He's tackled down, and oh my goodness, it could not be going any worse for Woburn Tanners right now. Burlington's defense plays it well up to the task. Wasn't going to be a 1st down anyway. There's a flag down, I believe, on the return after the interception had occurred. It was a bang-bang play. Quayle rolled out to his right, looked for a quick pass, wasn't going down the field. Wasn't going to be good for a 1st down anyway. And I believe that the ball was ripped out of the receiver's hands and taken for the interception. We'll see what the call is here to see if I am wrong or am I right based upon this. I believe they're sending their defense onto the field. So it probably is some sort of penalty on, and they're pulling it back. I believe it's a penalty on the return, maybe. Yep. Turnover, Kyle Pena back onto the field to lead the Burlington Red Devils offense. O'Halloran is out wide to the right. Number 1, a big tall cornerback guarding him in Tyler Parrish, a senior. Oh, and Pena running himself gets sacked. Nice play to cut down what Pena thought he had nice running room, didn't have it. And that speedy defensive line of the Tanners gets there in time to prevent any gain. Now hand off to Doherty. Out the outside, back inside, Doherty running down. No one's going to catch him unless number 1 can. I don't think he will, they won't. Doherty's in for a touchdown. Jake Doherty continues to light it up. Never mind, it's coming back. Flag on the play, and that reason the hole opened up for Jake Doherty to go to the outside so easily with that gap and then cut back in for the touchdown was because there was a holding call. Burlington, Ronnie McDonough, the offensive coordinator and offensive line coach, and Dan McKay are fuming at that, another penalty that cost them. It goes all the way back to a 2nd down and 20. So with the penalty, it's a holding penalty from 10 yards from the spot where it happened, which was 2 yards in. So it's going to be 2nd and 18 with 5:20 remaining on the clock in the first half. Burlington with the 14-0 lead still. And Burlington will talk it over on the offensive side of things, facing a very long situation here with like you say, probably 2 downs to go, but they're not in field goal range, not in the other half of the field where they would want to go for it on 4th down. Maybe they're going to discuss something that could get them some yards back and then go for 4th down. Maybe play just to tell them how Pena not to go down the field, force an interception, which he did a lot last year. We'll see how it all works out. Go, let's get it. Sure. All right, 2nd and 18, long situation for Burlington, trying to get some yardage back. Kyle Pena, screen pass to Doherty and an incomplete. Now basically 3rd and 18 is very, very hard to complete. The bugs be coming out tonight. Starting to nick pack acid a little bit. I didn't wear a coat, so it's a little bit nibby, but not too bad. We're still technically in summer. Now Pena avoids the play. The sack, he barely got off. Oh, and he almost had O'Halloran, overthrew him a bit. O'Halloran almost getting a beautiful play. Pena looked like he might have had that ball strip sack from him. He avoided the rush, but when he threw back, his arm almost collided with an oncoming Woburn defender. Luckily, he did not fumble. Could be a momentum swing. Instead, just an incomplete pass, and Cam Wheelock can come out and kick a nice far punt to pin them back deep in range. 5:10 remaining here. Woburn want to get some points on the board in front of their home crowd here, which they don't want to disappoint on this night. There's so many people watching. Cam Wheelock, the punt, not a good punt at all. I would say that punt went a good 15 yards. Mr. Hahn would not approve of the parabola of that punt. It's not what you call an arcing kick. The upward velocity was way too high, kicked at a 60-degree angle along the x-axis, only going in the air up there, and then I don't think hang time matters too much when the punt goes maximum about 2 feet. So Burlington are going to have another bad situation here in terms of defending, but that does not matter so far because every time Woburn has gone it in their territory, they do not do well. And Burlington has done a great job of stuffing their runs and then holding them out with their great coverage on 4th and 3rd down. Right there, they just should have straight up run with Ryan Quayle up the middle on the quarterback sneak. 2nd and 7. Woburn Tanner's really trying to take advantage. They have four receivers, 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Burlington bringing the pressure, unbelievable. Down the field, he's got a man. You might think there was a flag, and no flag. I thought there was going to be one. There was a lot of grabbing whilst they were all 3 of those guys were running to the end zone. I don't think the referee saw enough there that deterred the motion or ability of him to make the catch. Really the first nice throw I've seen of the game by Ryan Quayle, a dime, and it almost was in the hands. It just barely reached his receiver, but could not get there. Now it's a 3rd and 7. Now they go 2 right, 2 left, 1 running back, probably to set up the blocks. No, the quarterback's keeper. And the quarterback keeper is good for Woburn Tanner's 1st down. Finally, the crowd gets to cheer about something in a very blank and bland first half for their offense. Maybe that's a spark they needed to score a touchdown and get themselves back in the game, especially on a time right before the half. In any sport, conceding before the half or conceding right after the half is not the way you want to go because it can shift the momentum of the game. Ryan Quayle not going to line up underneath his center. He's going to do what he's been doing. He's going to line up and shotgun. 3 receivers to his left, 1 to his right with a running back option. Burlington holding. He's not going to keep it this time. He's going to hand it off, and it's going to be a minimal gain of about a yard. Timeout, and they're going to go talk it over again. Burlington going to talk it over here. Referees collaborating tonight. They've thrown a couple big flags, including the one that denied Jake Doherty of a 80-yard touchdown run on the holding call. It was brought immediately back. Yeah, cheerleaders are firing up Woburn's crowd here, making some noise. The field has gone pretty dark here. Searching for the moon, seeing all the stars and the planes in this beautiful night sky. Ryan Quayle. He's going to take it himself. Oh, and the hole opens up. Quayle got a 1st down. It's 1st and goal for the first time of the game for the Woburn Tanners. on the striking distance of putting 6 up on the Devils. They're chanting his name. They're Woburn's chants, trying to get their quarterback into it. He's been playing well, including a couple of sacrificing his body runs. Now Quayle gonna hand it off. They're going full out on the blocks. Hand off, and Burlington overpowers him for no gain. Very slow. I don't know what's wrong with the play call. It seems like every play has to take about a baseball amount of time to pitch a new ball. About a minute something. I don't know what's the problem, but we're going to see it happen again. Quayle goes to his coach again, who keeps on trying to tell him it's a vital play of the game, so you understand why. Quayle, he's going to run out to his right, looking for people open. He has nobody. Quayle avoiding the pressure. Quayle throws. Touchdown. It won't count, I think. I believe it won't count. I believe that's going to be called back for a push-off, an offensive penalty. I saw it myself. Quayle barely got it off, threw it over the head, and the reason why he was able to get that open was because of the push-off. He pushed off his back. I think that's going to be no touchdown. Unless they pick up the flag. I believe that's no touchdown. What's going on right now? Can't tell what they're calling. I think they called 12 men on the defense. Wow, I don't know what that was. Meanwhile, it's a 3rd down now. Quayle is going to run. Quayle. It's got a touchdown. Dan Tanner's back in the game. 14-6. The lead cut almost in half. Boy. Oh, let's get the uh-ohs chance going again. Had these in our hockey games last year. They fired us up. This to cut the lead in half officially. It's not the prettiest of kicks, but it works. 1:31 to go here. I believe the Tanners are going to get the second half kickoff, so if they can hold Burlington to nothing here, it's a major, major momentum swing for the second half. This Tanners crowd, a very big section, cheering section here. Definitely looking like they have got their fan section in it.
Just like that, Woburn cuts the lead in half.
Oh, the power of one drive, huh?
In one drive. And they get the second half kick. So it could be very interesting going to the second half. We'll see if Burlington can hold a lead or maybe things will change.
And here comes the Woburn Tanners on a kick. Probably, I don't know if they want to test their chances going deep to Doherty after his very first play of the season. Very, very good on a 80-plus yard run back for a touchdown, and I don't think they want to take their chances after seeing game film. They might want to just pooch it like Burlington does to other teams. We'll see what they do. They kick it deep. They're going to take their chances. Burlington setting up the blocks. They got Doherty. No, they don't. Now they do. He was able to avoid maybe 1 or 2 tackles, and then he was very much swarmed at the 20-something yard line. Burlington starting off with weak field position. Kyle Pena going to try and manufacture some points on the board for Burlington just to maybe get to cut down some momentum that Woburn has right now before the half comes to an end. As Woburn will get the ball to start the second half confirmed. Maybe you want to try play action, thinking that they're going to try and run out the clock and maybe do like a nice throw down the field, take your chance to Ryan O'Halloran, even though he's been dropping some balls, just get some confidence back in him. Also got big men up there like Jake McCauley. They go 2 out right, 2 out left, and guess who in the backfield, and that's not where they go. They play action on a screen to O'Halloran. O'Halloran gets some yards, about 6 of them, and gets down to the 35 with a minute and 8 seconds about left. Clock continues to tick, hitting to 1 minute left in the first half. Kyle Pena, not in any particular rush. He takes it in shotgun. Kyle Pena observes his options, got his man, and cannot get out of bounds. Clock continues to tick. Burlington might want to consider using a timeout, and I believe Dan McKay has just done that. 46 seconds on the clock. Try and get Cam in field goal range. We go for a Hail Mary. Here's Pena. Pena completes the pass, and to get out of bounds, as he does smartly, is Jake McCauley. Pena just got it off as a man was running in. There's a flag down on the play. I do not know why. Holding on the offense. That's why Pena was able to just get it off, is because he was number 53 was held back, Peter Cole. I'm gonna have to get some. I don't know about anyone else, but I could definitely go for a nice drink of Pepsi after this. You know, it's the holy drink, and it's, yeah, you know, when you speak for as long as I've been speaking, you definitely might want to have a nice little refreshing drink. Oh, and there's also a Slurpee from 7-Eleven, possibly. Double gulp, you know, all the legendary classics. Something that not very many people are bold enough to do. 64 ounces of pure soda. Meanwhile, here's Kyle Pena handing it off to Doherty. Doherty, and he's stuffed inside, not outside. So that means on a 1st and 20, Burlington probably is very content running the clock out. Woburn's not going to like to use timeouts, and they might just run it out to the half. Maybe go for one big play here. Or maybe not, I don't know. Dan McKay looking skeptic of that. I believe we're going to the half, and we are. Burlington got the early 14-0 lead on touchdowns by Jake Doherty on the run, his 5th of the season. And Shane O'Halloran on a nice touchdown pass from Kyle Pena opened the scoring. Woburn desperately played by not finishing off in the great offensive in Burlington's offensive defense zone. Definitely paid a price early on, and they got one touchdown back at the very end, which has put this game in very, very much order and balance for the second half, which should be a good one. What do you think, Matt?
I think it's going to be very interesting. The score, 14-7. The Tanners are in scoring range. They get one touchdown. They're even things up and make the game more interesting. We'll see how they do. Well, hopefully Burlington can. Well, they have to step up their defense so they can not have to worry about.
Yeah, I mean the defense obviously was not doing too bad actually early on. I think that they had got a little bit lucky on the last drive. Definitely needed to seal up the holes involving Ryan Quayle running through the gaps, and he got the one touchdown, and that has fired up the crowd. I am Nick Bongiorno, your main commentator, Matt, my caller, Josh, cameraman, along with the Marzios. And we're BCAT Sports. We'll see you back at the start of the second half. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Battle of Winn Street here in Woburn High School field between the Burlington Red Devils and the Woburn Tanners. It's a 14-7 game here to start the third quarter. An exciting first half, to say the least, as Cam Wheelock pooches it here. It was not going to fumble there. Oh, and a nice run up to the 50-yard line immediately, gets the Tanners into Burlington territory. Burlington definitely starting off great. They played well defensively, had 0 points giving up, and then they had one touchdown drive given up to Ryan Quayle, which really was very not effective, because now it gave the Woburn Tanners something to build off of, some momentum. The crowd was really crazy and hyped up, and now they have the ball in Burlington territory to start 6 seconds in to the second half to try and tie this game up. Ryan Quayle under center. Gonna run, actually no, he's gonna play action, nice play action. Gonna throw it down, and his pass way, way, way behind and down. Second down. All right, Ryan Quayle, two receivers to his right, two to his left. He decides to go with the run play. He had the option to keep it. Liked his options better, and he gains a couple of yards to set up 3rd down and 5. With the momentum they have now, it's definitely an opportunity to capitalize for the Woburn Tanners and really get this half going. Ryan Quayle talks to his head coach. They know what they want to do. Huddles up. Burlington's got their play ready. Jake McCauley and Jake Doherty getting loose. Quayle obviously lined up in shotgun. Blocker, running back, handoff, and that is going to be stopped a yard shy. So it brings a 4th down, and you consider a quarterback sneak at this point right here.
Yes, especially Woburn down by 7. They have to, have a great offensive strategy.
All right, Ryan Quayle. Gonna quarterback sneak as I expected. Got it right that time. And it's a 1st down to keep the drive alive. Move the chains. Woburn loves that. Their cheerleaders getting him into it. Their fans getting it into it. Three receivers to the right, one to the left. Quayle, hard count, takes the snap. Great blocking, all the time in the world, and Quayle. Nice pass and fighting for yardage.
Nowhere to go. And
very, like you say, Matt, way to go. 2nd down and short. Maybe could have even wanted, if he wanted to go downfield, he could have. He obviously, when you have that much time and space, you have a great look at the field. Ryan Quayle did not like his options down the field. No one was open, so he went for the short little dink and dunk. It's perfectly fine. 6-yard gain and 2nd down. And they're rolling here with 8:30 to go in the start of the second half. They run the same set, 2 to the right, 2 to the left. Quayle gonna take it himself. That killed the Burlington Red Devils on the touchdown drive. Scored. One moves by Quayle. Quayle. Oh yes. Quayle down inside the 5. Oh yes, indeed. Ryan Quayle effectively running. Agile, powerful, stiff arm a man, blocking great, cutbacks. You thought he was going to go down multiple times. He kept running with those legs. Sets up a probable touchdown to tie the game with under 8 to go. And all of a sudden, as we talked about, they wanted to capitalize. They have a chance right here to capitalize. Got to put in the end zone, really, to get this game on their side in momentum. It's all in Burlington the first half. Here's Quayle going to run it again. Quayle, he's got 2. And it's 14-13 Devils. Pending extra point to tie the game. This crowd base is electric. Boy. And to tie the game. 30 comes on. Not pretty, but effective again. We got ourselves a ball game. I love Friday Night Lights, don't we, boys?
Yes.
Friday Night Chokers.
This game's now being very interesting, as it is all tied up at 14.
Oh, this is what we come to the games for. It's very fun. Got a half moon tonight. Oh, beautiful here at Woburn High School. Great scenes. All right. Man just tied the game on to kick it deep either or squib it. They went deep last time and covered very well. Let's see what they do here. They squib it. Oh, enough. Ball touched. Burlington looking. The ball still loose. There's a huge pile up, and all of a sudden, oh, Burlington has it. Woburn Tanners were excited. They're all screaming that they have it. They don't. I'm telling you, these special teams have been crazy over the last 2 weeks against the Buccaneers, and now against the Tanners. Really fumbles all over the place, and that really is great. Not coming up clutch on the special teams, as you would say. Oh, they load the box now. Receiver in motion. Handoff to Doherty. Doherty making moves and stopped about 3 yards after the carry. The atmosphere has gone from silent to loud, to say the least, right now. As we go right now, Kyle Pena, pump fake, now going deep. What a throw, what a throw, what a catch! That is gone! Touchdown Devils! Reed retaken! No flag to deny that long one. That is legit.
Awesome play by Burlington. Getting the 6 points, putting themselves back in the lead.
Exactly, Matt. It was Pena has made some improvements from last year. Going deep was a major issue. He's gone deep multiple times tonight. Missed one open man. On other throws, he's been spotless. That one, absolutely perfect pitch and catch. Cam Wheelock throws it right down the middle, 21-14. And that is a huge, huge, huge heartbreaker for the Woburn Tanners, who just got themselves back in the game with a tie. And the crowd was electric, and that play just got Burlington's fan section all fired up. About a minute after the touchdown by Quayle. And now we're looking for Quayle to produce some magic of his own. hopefully he has some Fitz magic in him, as Ryan Fitzpatrick, the GOAT, okay, yeah, we all know it's a joke, but Ryan Fitzpatrick is playing for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers this weekend against a very good Eagles defense in the NFL. We'll see if he can light it up like he did against the Saints. With a beard that big, you know he's got some magic inside. It's like a Smurf. Besides the point, though, here comes Cam Wheelock. Wheelock, first time in a while he's fired that one way back. Burlington looks to have it covered. They do. Beautiful. And the worst field position to start the day for the Woburn Tanners offense. Quayle's going to have to get it done passing the ball, not just by running, as Burlington has seen that. Really long, I'm sorry, excuse us for the long pauses here with no space in between in terms of analyzation, but really you expect a faster paced game at this point. It feels like every time someone scores, it takes a long time, like almost like an NFL where they kick the ball, return it for 2 yards, and then they give another 1 3-minute TV timeout. Really irritating. It's kind of like that right now for the high school teams. You want to hope the game might get a little faster. Meanwhile, Quayle could do what he did for the touchdown, and he's got absolutely nothing. You're going to have to do way better with that after that running. Burlington has seen that, and it's predictable, especially now that the lead has been retaken. In fact, there was no gain on the play. Oh, Quayle's shotgun looks productive. He's running around. He sees no one open. Now he's sacked. Nothing there at all, Burlington. Unbelievable defense. Spying the quarterback. Quayle on the shotgun, had some blockers. Was able to have a good 3 seconds in the pocket before it collapsed. Had to run around a little bit, bought himself some time, but nobody open. Burlington's beautifully covered. And eventually you can't stay there all long. They covered the outside beautifully so he couldn't run outside, throw it. Would have been grounding if he threw it from where he was. Had to take the sack. Unbelievable by Burlington's defense to set up a third and almost impossible 20. We'll see what they do. 3 out to the left. Oh, beautiful throw. Beautiful throw, and you might be looking for a flag that's not going to come. Number 10 thought he was interfered with. That is Marcus Quaylis. Thought he was held on to, not the case. Also, props to our other man, the big man, as they call him in our school, Joe Viscioni, is doing the Lexington game right now. Well, I know they're a pretty good team, and they want him to broadcast for them as well. So Matt and Marzio and I are taking over tonight in a very thrilling game so far. As Woburn goes to punt, not a very good punt, maybe 40 yards. Burlington is Doherty is going to take it, and nicely covered. Only 5 yards on the run back. What do you think right now? Burlington, they come on in the second half. They have the 7-point lead. They give it up. What does it say about the resilience of the team to immediately not get their heads down and actually go against this Woburn Tanners amazing crowd and respond with a dime touchdown pass?
Yeah, I think that's definitely gives them motivation. To know that they're back in the lead. They're back on top. The pressure is back on Woburn. So they have to, press the weight off their shoulders a little bit. So it's, they just have to just continue to hold Woburn, from scoring and keep going. Just keep going.
Keep going. That's the motto.
going.
That's the motto.
Just-
That's what Dan McKay has been saying every day. Never stop being motivated, even if you're down by 40 points. Never stop. As the Buffalo Bills were down 44 points the other day to the Ravens, who just recently lost badly to the Bengals. There you go. Meanwhile, Burlington moving the chains with a 7-point lead. 2nd down and 7. Long time for these offenses to get set. Looks like they're bringing pressure. Receiver in motion, number 7, Jake McCauley. And they hand it off to Doherty. Doherty stuffed, not going anywhere. And it brings up 3rd and 7 for the Devs. Here's Pena, shotgun. Play action, beautiful. To his left. Rushing away from pressure and sacked. It's 3 and out for Burlington unless they want to go for it. I think that they're sending the punt team in. Cam Wheelock going to get his first punt of the night. Going to send it, not first punt of the night, but he's going to get another second punt of the night and try and pin the beat this time. Good. I think it's a good call by Burlington. Not giving them the opportunity if they get stopped to get the good field position, putting them back deep, which they were last time, and it really was hard for Woburn to get anything going. That's a beautiful punt by Wheelock. And it was returned beautifully, caught and ran back. Good 10-yard return, sets up Woburn's offense at the 40-yard line. Brian Gwaley has to make it happen again. Woburn might want to think about selling a play action pass over here. Maybe go for think about Burlington. They know they've been running a bit, especially with Quayle. Sell the play action pass. As Miss Horlig would say, vendor it. That's what you want to do. They're going to go shotgun this time. And the running play is no good. Only 1 yard on the carry. .227 to go. Whaley gonna run himself, looking for blocks, getting some blocks, and had a couple men to beat, couldn't get there, was wrapped up by the Burlington D line. It's gonna bring up a 3rd and short. Offensive huddle, taking every second off the clock. 1:35 now. Whaley. Burlington bringing a full-out pressure to see if they back off. If they don't, it doesn't work with all those guys. Unbelievable. The run to the outside by 31. Ryan Ludwig has good for Woburn Sanders. First down, move the chains. Woburn crowd getting back into it as well. Light shining pretty bright tonight on this field. See if any stars may be born.
That was a huge drive by Woburn. Puts them closer.
Edging closer to the tie if they can get the touchdown.
Closer to the tie, yeah.
Milking the clock like Farmer Ben. 50 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Number 12, Quayle. Quayle avoids a tackle. Not going to throw, going to run. Quayle with his legs gets it done again. First down, Tanners at the 25.
With 37 seconds left, pressure's on Woburn to try and tie it up. But another quarter left, so.
I agree.
This game is far from over.
See how much time they're going to waste off, and they want to get one more play in before this half comes to an end. One receiver to the right, two to the left, two running backs protecting the quarterback. Shotgun, Quayle, just a little short flip pass, trying to run around, cannot. Good tackle by McCauley, immediately wrapping him up, and that should bring us to the fourth quarter. An exciting 7-point game. You know, speaking for this long, it was a good idea for me to bring some water next time. You know, get a bit of a dry throat. Much anticipation for the fourth quarter as the Red Devils offense marches back onto the field. Excuse me, that'd be their defense. Looking for a stop that would keep the lead for Burlington. If they cannot, Woburn with a likely chance of tying it, which is what Burlington definitely does not want, with the crowd going back screaming in their ear on offense and maybe disrupting play call. And so they're already doing what they do right now, firing up this crowd and team.
This is it, fourth quarter.
Where it comes down, where the money's made, when it's on the line, who's going to actually come clutch and who's going to choke. Quayle takes the snap. Good blocking, all time in the pocket. Now the pocket collapses. Should have thrown it earlier. Quayle to the end zone, and it's jump ball batted down. A little bit way too high, I would think. And actually, the receiver did a good job there to prevent the ball from not being intercepted. Keeping the drive alive. It was third down and 8, excuse me, after that. It might be a penalty. I mean, they're moving Woburn's offense back a little bit. Don't know what there is. Referee's conversing. Here comes Woburn. 3rd and 8. They're thinking 2-down territory, definitely right now. Quayle got to his left, to his right. Pocket collapses. Looking for the screen pass, and they now need to use agility and speed to get to the first down. They're close. They might be there. If they're not there, they're definitely going for it. It was a 3rd and 12. Looked like an average about 11 or 10 yards gained there. And they're shooting a 4th down. Offense stays on the field, and Burlington's probably going to bring the big guns in there that they have to really jam the hole, like Vince Wilfork used to do with the Pats. Back in action. Each team with 5 timeouts left. And again, it's already been slow. So this 10 minutes is probably going to be more like 30 minutes in this tight game. Quayle, flag down. It was 4th and 7. And the flag is on the defense. There, Burlington's going to get a 1st down. Woburn's going to get the 1st down. And with a great opportunity to score a touchdown here with a striking range of 15 yards in the red zone. I believe there was a hold play as Burlington was holding a receiver trying to get loose on the Tanners. And at the end of the day, Quayle looked him off, knew he couldn't throw it there. The flag came in and went somewhere else, didn't complete it, but it doesn't matter because they have the 1st down. 4 times and maybe more to score and put us in the end zone for Woburn. They got 3 receivers out to the right, blocker in front, and 1 to the left. Here comes Quayle. Quayle rifles. Oh, he had him. He had him there. And Quayle. Does. Second down and 10. Quayle had him open. Threw a pass that was way too high. Couldn't be caught by the receiver. Inbounds. Off the tip of his hands, and now on to the next play. That play is a run. That play is going to only gain a couple yards. 2 tries left. They're pumping up the crowd. The crowd's pumping up them. It's vice versa all over the place. It's 3rd and 7. All downs big now in this game with 9:20 remaining. Quayle, you presume shotgun. He is shotgun. They do a different look. 3 to the left, 1 to the right. Quayle going to run himself. Quayle running himself like he scored on the last 2 touchdowns. I don't think he got it. I think he's a bit short. And they're going to obviously bring out another play. I'm not going to just kick a field goal here, which they probably could with this close up. Timeout, Tanners, and they are going to talk about this. It's a huge play in the game. Matt, what do you think they're looking to run right now? A pass, maybe just a quarterback sneak. You see if they can overpower Burlington's D-line, which has been out there for a while. Well, what do you think they're going to do to try and maybe get either just the 1st down or the whole score, the full package?
Yeah, they might go for a quarterback sneak. They have to do whatever they can. They're down by 7, and they have to try to come up with some sort of strategy. I would, I guess a quarterback sneak or whatever works. You know what I mean? This have to, well, whatever they're feeling, wherever they're got, they're, yeah.
as we do the lit sign, commentary is very fun. These games are very fun. Nice to come out here, and this is one of the most crucial plays of the game. Thus to this point, you wonder if they're going to maybe run a trick play like the Philly special in the Super Bowl. Not a play I'm very fond of, especially as a diehard Patriots fan, that the Patriots lost to a backup quarterback, gave up 41 points. That's what you call choking. Hopefully Burlington maybe can hold the lead, and the Tanners don't want to do anything bad over here. Definitely don't want to give away some sort of turnover, which just really completely shuts the momentum down if it was like an incomplete pass. Here we go. Quayle takes the snap, goes to his, and that is no good. Turnover on downs. Quayle went to his left. Offensive line couldn't block anything. And as soon as he got that ball, Burlington's defense burst through the lines and stabbed a possible dagger into the enemy's heart.
First and 10.
First and 10 for the Burlington Red Devils, pinned back deep in their own end zone. They hopefully can get some momentum after that stop, and they don't get anything there. Not in the end zone, so it's not a safety, but it puts it back on the 1 yard line. The D-line of Woburn coming up with a bit of a magic of their own, giving Burlington some taste of their own medicine. As the mascot is running on the field, just trying to get everyone really pumped up. Second and 13. Timeout. Burlington. Want to make sure they don't do anything stupid here, like give away a safety. A holding penalty in the end zone would be a safety. You wonder what's going to happen if Tanners can get points on the board here. It would cut the lead down to 5, and they could take the lead on a touchdown, let alone tie the game. So they're in this game with 7:53 to go. Anything can happen in sports. 4 timeouts for each side left. What do you think, Josh, about the second half compared to the first half for these teams? Thank you, boy, for the feedback. Meanwhile, nothing. Ernesto, he's on goal. Meanwhile, third down, and I believe that's maybe fourth down now. That's the second play that Burlington was stuffed. Brings up 3rd and 14 at the 1. Very risky business for Burlington. The D-line needs to make something happen. They're bringing in an extra blitzer. They're going to tackle him. They got it. Safety, 2 points, and the ball. 21-16, the deficit cut down to 5. Burlington could not overpower this motivated defense with their crowd behind them. That's what happens. You get trapped in the end zone and you put your hands up in the air like you just don't care. Call it a safety.
Hey, anything they can do to get some points, and now they're in position to win, perhaps.
Yes, Matt, as you said, we just said it was worth taking the risk going down there in the 4th, not kicking the field goal. cut the lead down to 3. Now because you pinned them back, you guys scored the touchdown. You had them at the 1 yard line. Your defense, you trust the defense to make a play. Don't let Burlington's offensive line, which did so well last week, along with Jake Doherty, overpower you. Stub them in the end zone. Get through the lines. Get the 2 points. And now with 7:05 to go, we've got ourselves a game. Now we're going to have a punt called a free kick from Cam Wheelock. He was pretty good at those free kicks when he was playing soccer, so we'll see how he does in football.
Wow, a safety for Woburn, and
kick by Cam Wheelock is pretty good. It bounces. That's always a bounce. Now here they come. Number 10, looking not to fumble. That would be bad. And he holds on, and they get possession at the 50-or-so yard line. Quayle looking to engineer a drive of his life in the Battle of Winn Street. Everyone watching you, this is where it matters. A beautiful thrown catch there. O'Halloran thought it was incomplete. It was not. He is wrong. And it's first down. Oh, actually, no, not first down. It was just short, so it'll be a 2nd down and 1. Quayle fakes it and hands it off. The gain might just be good enough for the first down. It is. Move the chains. Maybe not. They're gonna maybe measure. Oh, no. They decide it's good enough. First overall reaction was correct. Three receivers to the left, one to the right. Haley not in shotgun, he fumbled. Haley, Quayle. Quayle over there, fumbling. Luckily, no Burlington player was fast enough to pounce on it. He takes it himself, gains maybe about 1 yard or loses a yard. Either way, anything's better than losing possession there at a time where you really want to keep the ball. The snap was bad. Maybe been premature. The count wasn't right. Burlington really gassed right now after all the time they have spent on the field defensively. Now they run shotgun mode, receivers in motion. Now they switched it over. It was 3 on the left originally, now it's 3 on the right, 1 on the left. Quayle goes to the 1 on the left, gonna make a move. Gain some yards on 2nd down. It'll be 3rd and about 4 or 5. Again, the delays. Classic as Quayle keeps on talking to the coach. He huddles up. 4:40 and counting down in this game. Quayle. They like this overstack of receivers on one side rather than have 2 on each side. Quayle gonna take it now. Looks like a set run. It is a set run with blockers, and he gets minimal yardage. It'll be 4th down. Not really sure about that play call, taking time off the clock by running it and not passing on a 4th and 5. Not the longest of situations, but definitely not a situation I would think about running the ball. I would think about a short screen pass, set the box. They wanted to run it with their quarterback. Just trying to overpower it. Burlington's D-line was prepared. Sets up a really crucial 4th down. They failed it last time when they tried to do the touchdown, and they're going to have to talk about it again. Oh, mamma mia. As one wise man once said, it's very delayed right now in terms of this game. And also, as my cameraman Josh Coughlin likes to point out very correctly, the MBTA bus is also always delayed. In fact, today it was delayed by 50 minutes and almost caused us to miss the game here where we really wanted to commentate and have had a great time commentating so far. So thank you, MBTA. Whaley, oh, under pressure, what a throw! Haley couldn't get it. Oh no. Burlington's defense comes up in the clutch. 3 timeouts, still enough time, but Burlington brought it the house in, and it paid off. Haley with a forced throw, didn't have a bad throw, but unfortunately not in an area that was able to be catched. He only could catch with one hand, was not able to Odell Beckham Jr. that, and therefore it remains a 5-point lead for Burlington. And if they're able to do anything with their offense, they can run out the clock. What do you think about last 5 minutes of this game?
I think it's getting interesting. There's still 4 minutes left. Woburn still has a chance. They're still within range. I think it's definitely intense because it's like, one mistake and game can change again.
Yeah, football is unpredictable. It's not like baseball where one team only has an opportunity to score when the other team doesn't, and on like a half inning. So, true. So here we go. Pena try not to make the lethal mistake. I believe that someone had a false start right there. Bring it back by 5 yards. Not what Dan McKay wants at all. Had a long conversation to his offense and defense about jumping off sides this week after that disastrous penalty outage against the Winn and the Buccaneers. So that just makes it a bit harder for Burlington. 1st and 15 rather than a 1st and 10. Woburn has 3 timeouts, lots of time left, and the 2-minute warning. They need a stop though. Kyle Pena in shotgun. Hands to Doherty. Doherty looking for holes. Getting holes. And he gets back 4 of the yards that were lost. 2nd and 11.
Second and 10 for Burlington.
Pena, 2 receivers lined out to his left, no one on the right. And a pre-snap penalty again. Oh my goodness. How many times you gotta say? I don't know who jumped off sides. Whoever is going to get a beating in practice this week. Maybe have to run an extra 5 laps. And for those big offensive linemen, Definitely don't want to be running laps. Meanwhile, time out Woburn. Oh, I don't know about this. Taking timeouts when the clock isn't needed to be stopped. That is a waste of a timeout, I think. Now, they only have 2 timeouts, and they're just going to talk about it, but you want to use those to stop the clock. Burlington's probably going to run the ball. So 3:04 remaining, and they only have 2 timeouts in the 2-minute warning now. They want to just talk it over, I guess, a little bit more, just like see if they might consider options. Burlington might do a play action, run to the outside instead of the inside, which they've been doing a lot with Jake Doherty, and we'll see how it goes. Woburn needs to stand. They're all the fans and cheerleaders and the bench players are urging him on. Looks like they're bringing pressure. Yep. Setting up a screen. It's immediately read out. Thought the ball might have been gone. Ball might have been out. I think that the ball was out. Maybe. I don't know if they marked him down or not. Mass confusion. Everyone on Woburn was considering that was a fumble, but I don't know. Woburn takes a timeout. The one left, stopping the clock. So a huge third down. Burlington would have to punt the ball back to Woburn's offense and Quayle with a chance to win the game. Almost his last chance with this amount of time remaining and pretty much no timeouts. 3rd and 19, need a stop bad. Can knock you up any stupid plays right here because Burlington's just going to remain calm and just make them use the last timeout. So make sure you don't get blocked on a screen pass or do anything crazy down the field that they might be tricking you into doing. They're definitely going to bring the pressure. Immediately brought down, Jake Doherty. No gain. And with the timeout taken, if they want to, they can hold on to it. And they might do it just if they want to talk over a 4th down play. I think that's what they want to do. Hold on to the last timeout. With the 2-minute warning as well, where they have to punt before that, I think it's valuable to keep that timeout just if you want to make a play. Cam Wheelock now with a punt into the night sky. Can't fumble here. It's a good punt. The run back by 4 is brought over the 50-yard line. Number 4, Terrell Jones, the senior, making a mark. And a great field position. Again, really average starting field position. You know what's good when your average starting field position is at the 50-yard line, which it has been for Woburn. The bad news is when you put up 16 points on all those possessions where you could have scored field goals or touchdowns, you got to capitalize. And now, when it is in the clutch, you definitely want your quarterback, Ryan Quayle, to make the play that can win you the game and send Burlington down to 1-1, and in this division, send Woburn up to 1-1. Definitely going to be close. Has to be better at blocking. The quarterback, Quayle, was under too much pressure at too little time to throw the ball in the last series, and it caused them ultimately to be forced to 4 and out. Fans going behind their team. Quayle, shotgun. John pushing the line. Quayle down the field. It could be intercepted. He caught it. Oh my God, I don't know what happened. I'm pretty sure that Burlington intercepted that. Oh no. The first play by Ryan Quayle. Interception. 2 times to stop the clock. And what's saving this team right now is the 2-minute warning. If they didn't have that 2-minute warning, they would not have any chance. It's still not going to be a great chance at all by any means for Woburn unless something miraculous happened. I thought that they had a catch. Johnson Magada was pushing the line very heavily. He caused Quayle to move out to his left, throw a pass downfield. It looked like it was going to be intercepted originally. It was tipped in the air. It looked like it was caught. Everyone on Woburn's sideline was cheering. And then Burlington's side was cheering, and everyone was wondering what happened. And they had intercepted it with another player coming in from behind to make the interception. And that Quayle walked to the sideline with his head in disappointment. knowing that this could very easily have been a loss right now, but who knows? Still time left. If they stop them, they would have, with 2-minute warning now, that's 1 run. They'd have timeout immediately after with like 1:55 seconds left. That would be 2 runs. Then they would take another run, 5 seconds plus 40. You'd have a minute left. And after that, then they would punt on that minute. It would set them up around the 40 or maybe 30-yard line with no timeouts and needing a game-winning touchdown drive. Could be doable, but it's very hard, and the chances of them winning are not very likely. Nevertheless, it's never over till it's over. 1st and 10, Kyle Pena with his man behind him, Jake Doherty. Bringing the pressure. Doherty brought down, and that will bring us to the 2-minute warning with 1:50. They probably should stop the clock, put 3 seconds back on that. Jake Doherty was down with about 2 minutes, not 1:57. Every second's precious now. I think Dan McKay might have called, nope, 2-minute warning. Take a look at this. It says the Tanners have 0 timeouts. I don't know if there's a 2-minute warning. They would not have to use that timeout if there was no 2-minute warning. So if there's no 2-minute warning, that effectively ends the game, because that means that they would run the ball twice and it would bring it down to like 18 seconds, and then you can take your pick on laterals or Hail Mary, but who knows? High school football is a bit different from when you watch NFL. Meanwhile, Doherty, he's gone. Jake Doherty, flags are down. He's going to run in for the touchdown, but it might not stand. 1:42 seconds on the clock when this touchdown is scored. It probably is coming back. That could be Jake Doherty's second touchdown of the night, denied by a really long one, like 80 yards. Could be denied by a penalty. They're coming back, and it is going to be. Not only does that prove costly, that stops the clock. A penalty by the defense stops the clock. So it would be effectively 2nd and 20 with 1:41. (21-16) Burlington, and what's been a tight, exciting game. Turnovers at times, sometimes very slow pace, sometimes a bit more boring than others. But now we're in the climax here. 21-16. 1:41, no timeouts left for Woburn. Burlington has 4. They use 1 here to discuss what they want to do. Clock is stopped. 2nd down and 6. Ball on the 4. Handoff, stuffed. There's no timeouts left. This clock will continue to run. And Burlington's going to waste every second of it. They're in no rush. They have one more play. By the time Burlington gets this ball back.
Burlington, hold on.
By the time they get the ball back, effectively no time left. We need a miracle play like the 1999 game with the Tennessee Titans, the Buffalo Bills. One minute, 2 seconds remaining. We're talking about 5 seconds on this play plus 40. The remaining was somewhere around 17 seconds and no timeouts. And the ball, based upon the kicks around the 30-40, I said that before. You could have one play that gets you to Hail Mary range. You throw up a Hail Mary with your quarterback who has an arm. He's throwing it tonight, showing that. And maybe just hope for a ball that might go your way. And if it does, you got yourself a win. If not, which most probable way, if it's knocked down, Burlington takes this dub to go 2-0. Really best season start in a while. Just first time since 2014 that they had won their first game. Last week against Bedford Buccaneers at home. Dan McKay has discussed what he wants to do. Jordy. There's the 4-second-ish play. Punt team comes on. And they'll waste all the time on the clock. And McKay is going to probably use a timeout. He does. 23 seconds on the clock. After this punt depends on much hang time. He's going to definitely want to get some hang time in far. Maybe try and get his best punt on the night, Cam Weedock, to put them in the worst possible range to Hail Mary or score a touchdown to win the game for Woburn. Seen craziest things happen in sports, so maybe something could happen here. Woburn's fans like to stay here for the final seconds. Although Burlington likes their chances. The punt is not a great one. It's a pretty bad punt. The ball is going to be fielded. Get down, man, because you have 12.5 seconds remaining and a great chance of a Hail Mary. Now that the Hail Mary spot is closer by 20 yards than what I thought, it gives the quarterback less time, makes the quarterback have to wait a little bit less for his receivers to get down the field. That means the pressure will not be as much a factor, and Burlington can't have those big guys all sent in that effectively. Coyle's going to send them in, send the troops in for another run. Woburn looking for the win. Burlington looking for the win. One side has a lot harder than the other. Empty set. Pressure. Up the field. You can't take a sack. Get out of bounds. Stand up, you idiots. It's the end of the game. No, but it's like the last second. Oh my, what drama. The last 3 seconds of this game. And this comes down to the 12-yard line. barring a defensive penalty, Whaley's throw here will be the last play of the game. See if he's got some magic. Empty set. Needs a block. Burlington's going to bring the pressure. 2 right, 2 left. Quayle takes the snap. Last play of the game. Rolls right. Quayle. No good. No flags. Burlington has won the game. 21-16. What a finish, folks. Came down to the last second. It was a throw to the end zone. Couldn't get it. Coaches shake hands. Burlington celebrates as they are off to the 2-0 start they want with an exciting 5-point win in Woburn. Matt, what did you think of that last play?
That was a great win. Great performance by Burlington. They just kept going. They kept fighting, and they kept. That was a pretty intense moment right there, but
very intense. One of the most intense I've seen in the end of the game in a long time. Glad I could broadcast it with you. It's always fun. I think Burlington today did a great job. Did not put the offensive shining as they did last week. I think that Woburn did a good job of really containing Jake Doherty most of the time. They gave up 2 touchdowns thankfully to him. And 2 of them were called back. 1 of them was illegal. And Burlington really did a good job of wasting the clock out. Had Burlington not wasted that clock out. More plays, more opportunities for Woburn with great field position to win the game. It came 12-yard line. The punt, as I suspected, with like about 10 seconds remaining, put them in a very good spot. We're going to keep having doozies in this division. Once again, on this beautiful Friday Night Lights at Woburn High School, as the Burlington Red Devils have defeated the Woburn Tanners 21-16. They march on to celebrate their fan section. It's a really nice atmosphere. I am Nick Buongiorno, along with Matt DiMarzio, cameraman, his mom, and Josh. And we're BCAT Sports. We'll see you again another time.
See you later.